witches! So today we're going to be talking about making Moonwater. I have an entire video dating back to like January about the moon phases, and I plan on doing maybe a whole month about moon magic. So this is like a very central part of my craft, but if you are more interested in learning about working with the moon phases, definitely check that out. It is in the playlist that this video is in, so just check out my channel, yeah. As a very busy witch, I generally only make Moonwater during the full moon, though I know witches who make Moonwater throughout the entirety of the month. And it kind of just depends on what kind of magic you are working with. Like when I eventually have my witch shop, I want to like have Moonwater made like every week, like a different, like every week is like a different type of water, you know what I mean? So or like different batches of water that can be used like day of, or is just like bottled in like an airtight anyways, I think it would be cool to have that with like a little candle and a crystal and like a spell. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you a crash course about the different types of Moonwater that you can make. So we're gonna kind of briefly go through the moon phases, and I'm going to talk about it a little. The first moon phase that we are going to talk about is the new moon, and this is like when you cannot see a moon in the sky at all. It is completely dark. There is no like you can't see the face of the moon at all. Energy associated with the new moon is the energy of like starting over, a blank slate, wiping the slate clean, cleaning, cleansing in general, new beginnings, clarity, stuff like that. If you're doing any workings that have to do with cleansing, I generally cleanse my house during the new moon and the full moon, but specifically during the new moon, it's all about intention setting. So if you are doing any work that has to do with that, definitely make some new moon water, and you can use that in any way that you use water in your craft, either just having it on your altar, maybe anointing yourself with it, making a tea, and that goes for any of these different moon phase waters. So moving right along, I'm just gonna cover like the big four, if that's okay for this video. If you're, again, like I said, more interested in the different phases of the moon, check out the video from January, and then just stay tuned for July. For the first quarter, if you are doing any spellcraft that has to do with creativity, with divination, with taking charge or taking action in a situation, definitely recommend making Moonwater during the first quarter moon. So that's when it's gone from dark, and then half of, like, first quarter is when half of the moon is full, if that makes any sense. So, and that's like the first time it's completely halfway full. It's just kind of an oxymoron. Completely halfway full from when it was a new moon. So I hope that makes sense. Science, you guys know what the moon phases are. There's drawings everywhere. But if you are doing any sort of creative works that you need help with magically, I tend to do divinations around this time anyways. I also do them during the third quarter moon, but that's just me. I do them kind of on a weekly basis, if I'm honest. So yeah, first quarter moon. So the next moon phase is the full moon, and this is the most common moon phase in which witches make Moonwater, because it's really popular and it's really powerful and great for like all spell work. I kind of equate full Moonwater to like the quartz crystal, like the clear quartz of the Enchanted Waters world, where it's just good for like everything. So full Moonwater is specifically associated with like power, supercharging your spell work, good like mental health, good like mental clarity, healing, and just generally like abundance. So if you are going to make water at any point in time, magically charged waters, full moon water is really, really easy to do. The final phase that we're going to talk about today is the third quarter, and basically that is when the moon has been full and now it is waning back into the new moon, and it's about halfway on that journey. This is a great time to break bad habits, to break curses, or to banish anything. So it's kind of like that spell work kind of like mimics the way the light is disappearing, in terms of like banishing or breaking bad habits and stuff like that. So those are kind of waning with the moon. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how I set up my altar for making Moonwater. It is definitely super messy right now, so I'm going to go clean it up really quick, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, witches, so as you can see, I kind of moved everything away from my altar. It's all kind of like back here now, or like on my shelf. And I have some incense going. I'm going to cleanse my space and then also cleanse my pitcher which I am going to be using to make the Moonwater. Now, I always recommend using a glass, bowl or implement, just because that will allow the light of the moon to best filter into, the water. So it's always recommended to use glass. Be careful not to get ash into your pitcher, like I did, but I'm just gonna cleanse my space, and then I'm going to fill my pitcher with water. Okay, so now that I have my water in my pitcher and the top is secured properly, I'm just putting it in the center of my altar, and then I'm going to set up a crystal grid using quartz crystal, selenite, and moonstone. And this is what I generally do for full moon rituals, right? Then as I knock that over, whoops, I have 3 white just votive candle or like tea lights that I use for full moons. And I'm just gonna place one up here, the very top, one here like that, and then like that to make a triangle. So hopefully you guys can see that. And then I'm going to take my moonstone, and I always put that one here. I don't know why, but I like it there. And then my selenite, and then my quartz. So this is how my basic setup for you making Moonwater. Like, I'm really lucky in that this window usually gets direct moonlight. I'm also going to add a couple other little elements, so give me 1 second and I will show you the finished altar setup. And so basically I added just a couple more things. I'm really obsessed with symmetry, so that's why I have to do things like this. I definitely should have dusted this off a little bit better, so again, super sorry about that. But I added a chalice for ingesting Moonwater if I so chose. I have my divination candle which has all sorts of beautiful crystals and herbs in it. My little gazing ball. My tarot cards, because I usually do a reading during the full moon, which is when I am making Moonwater. And then also my Book of Shadows, which has something on it, but my Curds Book of Shadows. So all in all, that is my full moon altar, or full moon altar, Moonwater making setup, but yours can look however you want. It does not have to look like this. I just hope that this gives you an example of what it can look like. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!